Hey, it's December 30th, and yeah, I'm tired again. So instead of a vlog with content, no, this is gonna have content. We get a story time. So this binder, which is the Musings, Stories, and Writing of Mallory K. Vance, was put together for me by my mother as a gift, and it contains writing from like tiny Mallory to, well, I've put some of my more adult stuff in here. So I thought I would read you a couple of very important selections. We are going to start with Mallory's Book of Graps. I did this as a 6-year-old, I believe. So this is my Book of Graps. Just keep in mind that I'm reading this phonetically rather than what it's supposed to be spelled. Graps grow on vines in a garden, which I think is garden. Using recycled paper even as a small child, look at me. Graps grow in bunches on the vine, which I think is bunches. Bunchen have 10 graps on them most of the time. Some of the time, they have 15 graps. These are facts that I apparently knew as a small child, but I didn't know now. Pumpkins, which I think is pumpkins, grow in gardens too, but this book is about graps, so we take about graps. But I have some drawings of pumpkins. Pumpkins is the next book by Mallory. The title on the book is Mallory's Book of Pumpkins. And here are pictures of graps. I had a serious artistic talent along with my writing talent. And there's a grape inside of a heart and the end. And I just want to point out that Mallory was able to follow through because we have Mallory's Book of Pumpkins, but this one is just a picture book. So it's only, hold on, we gotta turn past the recycled paper. Several pictures of pumpkins, including a strange pumpkin man. Several strange pumpkin men. And a pumpkin snowman, I guess. And a giant pumpkin. And a jack-o'-lantern. The end. So that's some nice storytelling from the lovely brain of young Mallory. I was gonna look and see if there's something else in here worth reading. Probably not. Let's see. All right. So this one time, we're not gonna read this. I wrote Star Wars fan fiction based on episode 1 because I was a small child and I didn't understand about a character who ended up on Tatooine as the adopted sister of Anakin Skywalker. Anyway, we're skipping that. All right, let's read this. This was for creative writing class in 2003, so it's one of the more recent things in this book. Clearly not that recent, guys. It's 2017. But in a light blue bedroom on the second floor of a 3-story house sits a trash can. The trash can is oval and covered in white fluffy clouds. It sits right next to the light blue bed on the fluffy blue carpet. The trash fills it to the brim. Right on top sits a shirt with a large red heart that has forever airbrushed on it. Under the shirt are some Godiva chocolate wrappers. Some of the wrappers even have half a chocolate in them. Then there's a snow white stuffed bear holding a red heart that says, "I love you." The bear's heart has a black X drawn on it in permanent marker. With the chocolate and the bear is an empty quart of Rocky Road ice cream stuffed with wet Kleenexes. Loose Kleenexes are spread throughout the rest of the trash can. Underneath the ice cream and chocolate wrappers are pages and pages of notebook paper, many tear-stained and all covered with words like love, honey, dear, heart, and forever. Near the bottom of the trash can is a collection of jewelry. There's a ring, a bracelet made of little hearts, and a gold chain that sports a single light blue diamond heart. The ring looks like someone tried to bend it. The hearts and the bracelet are snapped, and the gold chain of the necklace is tangled and broken in 3 pieces. Among the jewelry is broken glass and a frame. Scattered along the bottom are torn pieces of a picture. Right on the very bottom of the trash can is a note. This one's short. It's not tear-stained, mainly crumpled and a little tattered. It says, "It's over. I'm truly sorry. Goodbye." Yeah, I wrote a break. That story was clearly written from the point of view of all the people that I broke up with. Let's see. What do we got? See, then we move into like nicer, better stuff. Oh, here we go. Fair warning that most of these stories are unfinished. That's part of the beauty of these things that I wrote as a small child. Some of them are interesting and some of them are very strange. This short story with no date is called Mallory the Leopard. Once upon a time, on a spaceship where an astronaut suddenly notices a strange glowing substance on his suit and then is yanked screaming into the darkness. Suddenly, a leopard jumped onto the spaceship. The next day, the astronaut turned up dead. That's the end. That's all she wrote. Someday I should finish stories like that one about a leopard. I have written several abducted by aliens stories. I went through a phase. Also, there are a ridiculous amount of stories where I have a boy and girl character, both who are named Alex, because I thought that was clever. Anyway, that's just a little taste of the stories that are in this book. If hearing stories from my terrible childhood past is interesting to you, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, at some point in the future, I will be on to more exciting things, but probably not tomorrow because I'll still be in the middle of this stint of lots of work and not very much sleep. And that does not make me the most productive video blogger. But I'm happy and excited to be telling you guys stories and talking to you every day. And as ridiculous as these videos have been, they made me feel very accomplished. So I've accomplished another day, and I'll see you tomorrow.